he must first acknowledge in public that President William Ruto is the president of Kenya. So the issue of us having a discussion does not even arise because he says he doesn't recognize William Ruto as president. So how do you talk to somebody who doesn't recognize your legitimacy?
Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I'm glad you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, allow me to appreciate your support so much for supporting this channel and allowing this channel to grow. If you wish to support us, please hit the subscribe button and then you can hit the like button. After going through a tweet from a Twitter handle by the name Government Critic, I realized that this government, the Kenya Kwanza government, I have realized the reason why they need Raila Amolo Odinga desperately. Ask yourself this question. What can take the RUTO government to be categorized as a legitimate government? What does it take? That's a very simple question, ladies and gentlemen. It is a simple question, and that question is the reason why Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta reached Raila Amolo Odinga for a handshake. The idea was very simple: to legitimize the illegitimate. Before I talk about this tweet, let me take you back again to that handshake. Remember, election of 2017 was cancelled by the Supreme Court. Raila Amolo Odinga did not participate in the fresh elections. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta appeared desperate for having a contest with Raila Amolo Odinga and forced Ekuru Aukot to, contest with him. But deep down his heart, he wanted to contest that election with Raila Amolo Odinga. That's why you find that there's a day Ruto said that Uhuru almost gave up. After that election, he reached out to Raila Amolo Odinga for the sole reason to legitimize the government. I saw GACHAGUA in a previous press statement say that he wants Raila Amolo Odinga to first of all acknowledge that William Ruto is the president before they can be part of that bipartisan talk. I remember hearing Wetangula also make similar sentiments. I've seen Duale, I've seen Ichungwa, Ndindi Nyoro, all those people make similar statements, even Mudavadi did. So the question here is, what does it take for the Ruto government to be considered as a legitimate government? It takes Raila's word for that government to be considered as legitimate, not Supreme Court, not IBC, not international community, not Biden, not even Macron. Nobody can do it. It is only Raila Amolo Odinga who can do it, ladies and gentlemen. Before we delve deep into that analysis, allow me to read a tweet from Government Critic. So this is what Government Critic said. Ruto and GACHAGUA will remain regarded as Venezuelan leaders by many unless they agree to open IBC servers. But again, Raila has powers to legitimize their win the day he will call them President William Ruto and DP GACHAGUA. They will be accepted by all. That is the sad reality, ladies and gentlemen. Ruto needs Raila Amolo Odinga than he needs GACHAGUA. That is a sad reality, and that explains why you find that there is a lot of rebellion within the Mount Kenya leaders who are indirectly fighting William Ruto's imminent decision, the decision for him to reach Raila Amolo Odinga and say, brother, I'm sorry, let me open this server. Of course, you might have won, but since because I was declared, allow me to be the president, and please, let's just work together. Of course, Raila Amolo Odinga is not interested in a handshake with this government. He has said it time and time again. And I think when I hear GACHAGUA say Raila anataka handshake, I think what GACHAGUA is saying is simply interpreting, or rather telling us that that is what William Ruto is angling towards. William Ruto is angling towards a handshake with Raila Amolo Odinga. No, that's the sad reality, ladies and gentlemen. Ruto needs Raila more than he needs Mudavadi, Wetangula, That's Gachagua. Let me again take you back to that visit in Homa Bay, the visit to Siaya, and I don't know whether he went to Kisumu, I don't remember, but I think he went to Kisumu. Look at that event. I am sharing a video so that you can check how William Ruto was happy. The mood in William Ruto's face could tell it all, that he has always been happy, that he was happy being in Nyanza than being in Western. I've never seen William Ruto with that kind of happiness when he was when he toured Western, when he toured Mount Kenya. He's always just smiling. But the mood I saw in William Ruto when he toured Homa Bay, when he toured Siaya, ilionyesha dhahiri kwamba William Ruto is comfortable working with the Nyanzas than working with Western Kenya, than working with Mount Kenya. I know that this is just a marriage of conveniency, between Ruto and Gachagua. This is not something that Ruto wanted. Ruto does not want to work with the Mount Kenya. That is evident, and it's evident in the past videos, the past utterances that William Ruto has always made. In fact, when he was in the ODM, there are things he said back then that already tell us that he has never been happy with the Mount Kenya. Of course, we know that in 2027, things will change. Should he survive a re-election, because honestly, many people have been saying this could be a one-time government because of their inability to deliver. But should William Ruto survive a re-election, that means William Ruto will definitely cut links with the Mount Kenya. That is the time Mount Kenya will see the true picture of William Ruto. Because William Ruto will definitely work with Nyanza and Western and forget the Mount Kenya. Of course, William Ruto does not want to work with the Mount Kenya, but it's just for those votes which were stolen for him. That is the reason why he finds himself, angling towards working Gachagua. Let me share a video where Gachagua talks about Raila Amolo Odinga declaring their government legitimate first before they can even talk about anything. Kindly sit down and watch this video.
With Wandeto, with Wahome, go and say what your issues are. Those people listen and make a decision, as we have nothing to do with you. The president called me, it was on a Sunday, he told me what they had told him. I said, fine. Let them go and talk to Parliament. But ourselves, we cannot engage Raila Odinga because before we can even agree to even talk to him, he must first acknowledge in public that President William Ruto is the president of Kenya. So the issue of us having a discussion does not even arise because he says he doesn't recognize William Ruto as president. So how do you talk to somebody who doesn't recognize your legitimacy? So we say, tell you.
So from that video, you can tell that Gachagua ana shida sana. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just emphasizing the fact, tuambiane ukweli. Of course, Biden alisaidia Ruto. Hiyo ndio ukweli wa mambo. Museveni alisaidia Ruto. Smartmatic played a key role in enabling, in making sure that this government won. The Kenya Kwanza won. Smartmatic did that. That's a sad reality. All the evidences that have been subjected online, which could not be used by Supreme Court, are all of them are pointing toward the same direction. So that explains why many people still believe that this election was rigged. So because of that reason, the only person who can legitimize this government is not Kalonzo, it is not Mudavadi, it is not Wetangula, not Kingi, not Aisha Jumwa, it is not Moses Kuria, Gachagua, Ichungwa, Ndindi Nyoro, Sudi. It is only one person, Raila Amolo Odinga. And the day that Raila Amolo Odinga will legitimize this government is the day people like Sudi watakuwa bubu forever. They will never talk about Raila Amolo Odinga. People like Mudavadi will not utter a word about Raila. In fact, Mudavadi will be seen as if ni mtu useless in this government because atakuwa anafanya kazi gani? The reason why Mudavadi is there was to bring Western Kenya votes, but he didn't even succeed in that. In fact, Wetangula did his best. Wetangula, in fact, brought more votes than Mudavadi did. Mudavadi ni kama alisaidiwa. That's why when you see him, most of the time when you see him with Ruto, anaonekana kama mtu ambaye anajaribu kujipendekeza. That is what we see in Mudavadi, ladies and gentlemen. So, allow me to just wind up there. And once again, I'd like to urge you to, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And also, don't forget to give us a comment below the comment section. What do you think about this narrative that the only person who can legitimize this government is Raila Amolo Odinga? Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section. And once again, I'd like to urge you to stay safe and stay blessed until we catch up again in our next analysis.